Talk to you guys about this whole situation with Cruz and Kasich trying to jump up together to stop Trump. Number one, what does that tell you? Number one, it tells you that they're losers. That's number one. Number two, it tells you that it's not about them as an individual and what they can do to get your vote, but it's what they can do to stop you from voting for your choice. How they can get the establishment to back them to stop someone else because they know that person's going to take away their gravy train. Think about it. You people in Indiana, you know better. Don't fall for craziness. Don't fall for the establishment's ignorance. For the elite to try to push you into a certain direction. To keep the status quo in Washington, D.C. where it's doing nothing but rising our debt. Keeping all their pockets full while everybody else out here is having to bust their hump just to try to continue to make ends meet. As a former government and law studies teacher and businessman, I've seen it all. I've been there. I've seen our kids come through the school system and by seniors and not know squat about our government. And that's purposeful because they want to keep us down. They want to keep us ignorant. So we don't know what's happening in our communities and in our governments. Think about this. I want to go through a couple little small things about Donald Trump. Real quick here. Bear with me. Business and trade. We all know this man's a genius when it comes to business. A small loan, $1 million. To us, of course, $1 million is huge. All right? But when you come from that kind of stuff and you built it to $10 billion, $1 million is nothing. Think about how he's been able to do that over his lifetime. Think about all in the 1980s where he said the exact same thing he's saying today in 2016. The exact same things he said then is the exact things he's saying now. He's never changed his mind. Has he evolved on certain principles? Of course, we all have. That's not a change. I've changed from my opinion even on abortion till today. I'm pro-life. I used to be pro-choice when I was young because I didn't know any better. When you get older, you see things a lot differently, a lot more maturely. Number one. Then we got national security. And Trump, I mean, come on. He wants to rebuild our military because we're at the weakest level we've ever been. Okay, since World War I. All branches of our military, all of our people there are like, what is going on here? They don't have enough money for supplies. They don't have enough money for good rations. They don't have enough money to fix their airplanes. Come on, people. As a former veteran, give me a break. Trump will rebuild it. He will make us number one again. He will make all these other nations who are touring with us and everyone else, he will make them think twice. As a matter of fact, they won't even do it because they know there will be some form of retaliation. It doesn't have to be physical. It has to be mental. They need to know that we will not play that game. Next thing we got, we're talking about our sovereignty and immigration. This is just common sense. Trump never said he didn't want immigration. He says he wants to stop illegal immigration. That's common sense. They're taking our funds away from the tax-paying people of this country. They haven't put anything in it, but yet as soon as they get here, they're on welfare. They're on Medicaid. They're all these different programs that they're taking advantage of the American taxpayer for who have not earned it. Where do you think all of your Social Security money is gone? It's gone to pay for these social programs. People who've been paying into to their Social Security, it's gone. Why? Because it's gone to people who haven't done anything for you, for this country. We should be upset. We should want to deal with immigration. That's common sense, people. You social justice war people out there, oh my gosh. Quit whining. Get a grip. Deal with life. It is what it is. It's not going to change. There's always going to be that minuscule 1% who are bigots, who are racist, and everything else on every side. It's not just white people, folks. And you better realize that. Don't be stupid. There are more racist black people out there because every time you turn on the TV, they're talking about the whites who are this and who are that. You don't see the white people out there doing that. Let's get real. We're all equal. Every one of us. Trump made the comment about the transgender. Just let them do their thing. Let them go wherever they're doing. There's a minor fraction of those people. They're not bothering anybody. When you come in here and start trying to pass laws and trying to do all these kinds of things, all you're doing is starting a firestorm of controversy. It was never an issue before. It's not an issue now. They go into a men's restroom. They go into a women's restroom. Okay? Wherever they're going. If you're letting your little kids go in there by themselves in the first place, you need to have a little talking to. You don't let your little 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old kids go into a bathroom by themselves. That's just common sense. I'm not supporting transgender. I'm just saying live and let live. That's simple. Limited government. That's all Trump wants. He wants to get rid of all these daggum departments up there. Let's get rid of them. We don't need half of them. And then he wants to reduce the strength and the power of the other departments. Why? We can run our lives better than anybody else. We know what we want to do. We know how we want to do it. If we fail, we have a choice. We get back up and we try to make ourselves better and learn from that mistake, or you can just go home and stay on the couch and be that low-life losing slacker all your entire life. But don't expect me to be paying for it. There you go. Education, like I said, as a former government law studies teacher, bottom line is we need to have a little more emphasis on our government, a little more emphasis in civics, but we also need to focus on mathematics and the sciences, just like Donald J. Trump has said. Okay? We need to focus on those things. It's just common sense. We need to be back at number one. When the government has their hands in all these different things, it's done nothing but hurt us. Nothing but hurt us all in every form and fashion. Think about this, people. These are simple little things right here, okay? You know, our economy. There's nobody better to help our economy. Nobody. Cruz and Kasich, it's a joke. It's just a joke anymore. Wake up, people. They want to sit here and say, well, he can't do this, the people won't do this, the people won't do that. Well, what does that say about them when he's got millions of more votes and hundreds of more delegates than the other two? Their argument is, well, he can't do this and he can't do that because he doesn't have the majority of the people behind him. Well, he's got a hell of a lot more than they do. Think about that, you Cruz and Kasich supporters. Think about it. Be smart here. Political directness is the key. That's what Trump is doing. Okay? So you go and join me at my website and you check me out on Facebook, politicaldirectness.com. This is Cootie's Corner. Have a great day.